Okay, folks, before we have our moment together here, I just want to let you know that I write my scripts. And usually, whatever is happening right before I write my script is what kind of inspires me for the moment. And I have two adult children, and my sons coerced me. Okay, it wasn't really coercion. It was kind of more of a, hey, do you want to join us on a online video game? And so as we dive in today, you're probably going to see some analogies that might be gamer inspired, and we'll just leave it at that. These are my personal thoughts and composite examples. Individual results may vary. Let's dive in. What if I told you the single biggest reason your sales team is missing its targets in 2025 isn't your product, your pricing, or even your people, but the invisible architecture of your org chart? Imagine a world where a Fortune 500 tech company, after years of flatlining sales, reimagined its team structure, not by hiring more reps or slashing prices, but by fundamentally redesigning how the team worked together. The result? A 27% jump in revenue per rep, a surge in morale, and a market share grab that left competitors scrambling. But here's the kicker. They didn't do it by copying the best practices you'll find in every business book. They did it by breaking the org chart and rebuilding it from the ground up, kind of like a gamer respeccing their character for a new mission. Today, I'm going to show you how they did it and why the org chart you're clinging to might be your biggest hidden boss fight. Welcome to Norton Design Lab. I'm Brad Norton. With over 20 years in designing incentive strategies and boosting salesforce effectiveness through evidence-based management, I'm here to investigate how companies transform sales outcomes, not with fads, but with frameworks that actually work. Today, we're tackling one of the most misunderstood levers in business, designing a sales team that wins, not just in theory, but in the real, messy, ever-evolving world of 2025. You might be thinking, isn't this just another video about org charts and reporting lines? But stick with me. We're going to dive deeper into the science of organizational design, the psychology of team flow, and the art of building a sales force that's ready for the future. We'll look at a real-world composite case, explore the foundational principles outlined in one of the most influential books of the last decade, and give you actionable steps that might just challenge everything you think you know about sales management. Let's get real. Most sales teams in 2025 are still running on org charts designed for a world that no longer exists. Well, you know the drill. Layers of management, rigid territories, and a one-size-fits-all approach to roles. But here's the problem. The market has changed. Your customers have changed. The way people want to work has changed. So why hasn't your org chart? According to the 2023 CSO Insights Sales Performance Study, over 60% of sales organizations reported that their current structure was a significant barrier to adapting to new market demands. That's not just a minor inconvenience. That's like trying to run the latest AAA game on a 10-year-old graphics card. You might get something on the screen, but it's going to lag, crash, and leave your competitors speedrunning past you. And it's not just about efficiency. The wrong structure creates hidden friction, bottlenecks, duplicated effort, and worst of all, disengaged reps. They feel like a cog in the machine. As sales expert Brent Admonson put it in the Challenger Sale, by the way, there's an Amazon affiliate link in the description, and just a heads up, as an Amazon associate, I may earn from qualifying purchases if you use these links, which helps support the channel at no extra cost to you. The best sales teams aren't just well-trained, they're well-designed. So, the stakes are high. Get this wrong, and you're not just leaving money on the table. You're setting your team up for burnout and churn. Let's bring this to life with a real-world scenario. Picture this. A leading global SaaS provider, let's call them Technova, with salesforce of over 500 operating in North America, EMEA, and APAC. For years, Technova was the darling of the industry, known for its innovative products and aggressive growth. But by 2022, something had changed. Despite a booming market for cloud solutions, their sales growth had stalled. New product launches fizzled, morale was slipping, and the competition? They were eating Technova's lunch. How did the company with so much going for it find itself stuck in the mud? The answer, as it turned out, was hidden in plain sight: their org chart. Technova's sales team was organized by geography, with each region running its own playbook. Layers of management slowed decision-making. Reps were spending more time on internal meetings than with customers. And when a new product dropped, nobody seemed to know who was actually responsible for making it a hit. The stakes: if Technova couldn't turn things around, they risked losing market share, top talent, and their reputation as an industry leader. The CEO put it bluntly: "We're not losing because our product is worse. We're losing because our team isn't built to win the new game." The way you design your team literally shapes how people behave, how they collaborate, and how they win. So, how did Technova put these ideas into practice? Let's walk through their journey, warts, wins, and all. Step 1. Diagnostic deep dive. Technova didn't just guess what was wrong. They ran a full diagnostic: interviews with sellers, surveys with managers, and a data analysis of sales activity. They used CRM data to map out who was doing what, when, and how often. The result? A heat map of inefficiency. Sellers were spending 30% of their time on internal coordination, and managers were drowning in status updates. Step 2. Design workshops. They brought together a cross-functional team, sales, marketing, product, and even customer support, for a series of design workshops. Using tools like a Miro board and Lucid chart, they mapped out the current state and brainstormed a future state. The big insight? They needed to move from a geography-based structure to a segment-based one, with teams focused on specific customer types: SMB, mid-market, enterprise, rather than just regions. Step 3. Role redefinition. They redefined roles, creating new specialist positions: SDRs for outbound prospecting, solutions engineers for technical demos, and CSMs for post-sales support. Each role had a clear job to be done, inspired by the jobs to be done framework. Step 4. Process mapping and pilot. With the new structure in hand, they mapped out the sales process end-to-end, identifying handoff points and potential friction. They piloted the new model in one region, tracking metrics like deal velocity, win rate, and rep satisfaction. Step 5. Change management and communication. Here's where things got tricky. Change is hard. Some reps worried about losing their accounts. Managers feared losing control. So, Technova rolled out a robust change management plan: town halls, Q&A sessions, and a Slack channel for anonymous feedback. They used Cotter's 8-step process to build urgency, form a guiding coalition, and celebrate quick wins. Step 6. Training and enablement. They didn't just drop a new org chart and hope for the best. They invested in training, role-specific onboarding, sales process boot camps, and ongoing coaching. They used sales enablement platforms to deliver just-in-time learning and tracked adoption with regular pulse surveys. Step 7. Iteration and feedback loop. They treated the whole process like an agile sprint. Every month they gathered feedback, tweaked the structure, and shared learnings across the teams. As one VP of sales put it, "We stopped thinking of the org chart as a fixed map and started treating it like a living, breathing product." Challenges? Oh, plenty. Not everyone bought in at first. Some high performers threatened to leave. There were awkward handoffs and a few hey, did anyone tell the customer moments? But by keeping the process transparent, listening to feedback, and showing early wins, Technova gradually brought the skeptics. So what happened? Let's look at the numbers. Within 6 months of rolling out the new structure, Technova saw a 27% increase in revenue per sales rep. Deal velocity improved by 18%. Deals closed faster, with fewer internal bottlenecks. Rep engagement scores jumped by 22% according to their quarterly pulse survey. Voluntary turnover among top performers dropped by half. But it wasn't just about numbers. Qualitatively, managers reported more time for coaching, reps felt clearer about their roles, and customers noticed the difference. Faster responses, more relevant solutions, and a smoother buying experience. As one field manager put it, for the first time, it felt like we were all playing the same game on the same team with a clear strategy to win and the broader business impact. Technova regained its reputation as an innovator, attracting new talent and winning back market share from rivals who were still stuck in the old way of working. Now you might be wondering, that's great for Technova, but how does that apply to my team? Let's break it down. Key success factors. First, start with data. Don't assume you know what's broken. Diagnose it. Use CRM analytics, rep interviews, and customer feedback to map the real workflow. Second, design with the end in mind. What outcomes do you want? Faster deal cycles? Higher win rates? More cross-sell? Build your structure to support those goals, not just to fit a legacy reporting line. Third, invest in change management. People don't resist change. They resist being changed without a say. Involve your team early, communicate often, and celebrate quick wins. Adaptation tips. If you're a small startup, you might not need layers of specialization yet, but as you scale, think about when to split roles. Prospecting, closing, and customer success are natural breakpoints. For global teams, balance local autonomy with central coordination. Use technology, collaboration platforms, shared dashboards to keep everyone aligned. Potential pitfalls. Beware of org chart theater, making changes on paper that don't translate to the real behavior. And don't underestimate the emotional impact of the change. Even positive shifts can trigger anxiety and resistance. Resource and time considerations. Redesigning your sales team isn't a weekend project. Budget at least 3 to 6 months for diagnostics, design, piloting, and rollout. And remember, iteration is your friend. Treat your org chart like a product. Ship, learn, and improve. So, today we saw how reimagining the sales org chart, using principles from organizational design, process engineering, and change management, helped a leading SaaS company achieve a 27% jump in revenue per rep, faster deal cycles, and a happier, more engaged team. It's a powerful testament to the idea that structure isn't just a box-ticking exercise. It's a foundation of performance. If you're looking to unlock similar results, I encourage you to reevaluate your current sales structure using these design principles. It could fundamentally reshape your outcomes. Now, if you enjoyed today's topic, subscribe for more insights on transforming your sales organization. Click the bell so you don't miss our next video, and share this with a colleague who's wrestling with org chart headaches. Also, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. The link's in the description. And tell me in the comments, what's your biggest challenge with sales team design? I read every comment, and I'd love to hear your story. Now, to make this real, here are 3 things you can do first thing Monday morning. 1. Map your team's actual workflow. Grab a whiteboard or a Miro board or whatever digital platform you like, and sketch out how deals really move through your team. Where are the handoffs? Where does work get stuck? You might be surprised at what you find. 2. Ask your reps one question. If you could change one thing about how our team is structured, what would it be? Listen. I mean, really listen to their answers. Patterns will emerge. 3, run a mini pilot. Pick one small change, maybe splitting prospecting from closing for a week, or rotating team leads and see what happens. Or treat it like a game. Experiment, measure, and learn. Try these out and then come back and post your results or your biggest learning in the comment below. I'll be looking out for them. And I will create a follow-up video addressing the most insightful experiences or common questions. Thanks so much for watching. Keep innovating, stay curious, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. And my phone's in the way. Oh well. How come I can't say way? Well, let's go back to this one. I can't even say data analysis, whatever.